Hi guys, my name is Elliot Forbes, head barber at the MÜHLE Treatment Space in Carnaby. Today we're going to be talking about how to achieve the perfect lather using the shaving stick, the shaving soap and the shaving cream. Now first off is the shaving soap. Now if you're using the shaving soap, you're going to need a dish to be able to whip up the lather in. I'm using the one which comes with the shaving soap. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to get the tap running, make sure that it goes up to a nice temperature. Now obviously we don't want the temperature to go really sort of too hot. You don't want it to be anything over sort of 45 degrees is what they say is sort of like the upper limit of where you should be using when you're trying to use the brush. I want to get the brush obviously very wet, so I'm just going to run it underneath the tap. I want to get rid of then any excess water from it, and then I'm just going to work the brush over the soap, applying quite a bit of pressure into it, nothing too aggressive, just so that the brush then spreads out and fans over the top. And you can see already it's gaining a little bit of foam. And now I can see that's quite a dry lather at the moment. So I'm going to get a little bit more water with it. Just then push a little bit more. Get rid of any of the excess again. Work it over that top of it. And we can see now just by adding a little bit more water, it becomes a little bit more fluid-like. Got nice crisp lather there. It doesn't take too long to do it. As you can see, when I pick that off there now, there's a nice little bit of lather. And now, you don't have to fully lather up on the bowl. When you're applying it then to the face, you're also doing some lather and building the lather up more so. So actually then, when I'm working this into the face, I'm also thinking of trying to lather it up even more so. So again, trying to get that fan motion with it. Lathering up that face the whole time. And then you can gauge this. Right, when I look in the mirror, so is that like a texture which I like? Do I feel like that wants to be a little bit thicker? If so, I can really apply a little bit more. If it's a little bit too on the fine side, I can get rid of some of that fluid and then build it up. If I think like it needs to be a little bit more moist, then I can add more fluid. It's trying to work out the level which you want it to. So I can see at the moment that's quite rich, it's quite thick. So for myself, I probably need to add a little bit more water because that's probably going to dry out quite quickly. The great thing about the shaving soap is that it does give you that real good control. You can really choose whether you want it to be thicker, whether you want it to be a little bit more on the watery side. You're in full control with this. When it comes then to the shaving cream, this is the most flexible out of the three. There's quite a few different options to be able to lather up the face. First off, you can apply a little bit into the bowl. This is the way that I would, if I was using shaving cream, this is how I would go about it. You want to apply just a small amount into the bowl area. Again, as previous, just running the brush under the sink, making sure it's nice and moist, nothing too excess. Work that then into the bowl again, quite a bit of pressure, making sure that the brush is fanning out so you can really whip that up. It whips up very easily and very quickly. And again, you can assess this. So I can see at the moment, that's quite thick in through there. So I need to apply a little bit more water to that. Try and really whip it up and build it up so it gets that nice thickness, nice foam, nice creamy. But you can see now, as that's going on, it's really building up into a real nice lather. Really whip that across, and you can see again, as we said before, just trying to build up that lather again whilst working it onto the face. And as you can see right there, that gets a real nice lather. It's got full density with it, and you can see how it sits really nice and creamy. The next option when it comes to the shaving cream is to use just a brush if you don't have a bowl. Again, I'm going to get the brush nice and moist, get rid of any of the excess water, and you can then apply a little bit of the shaving cream just straight into the brush and then apply it to the face. So you're actually doing all of the work of the lather on the face. You're just whipping that straight up there, and as you can see, that builds up really nicely, really quickly. You don't necessarily need to have the bowl. So if you're traveling with the brush, it's a great way of being able to whip up on the face. And then finally, if you're traveling and you don't have a brush, you can then just use a little bit into your hands, obviously a moist face, and then you can just work this into the face with the hands, as you would with the shaving cream that comes out of the tub. Just using a little bit of moisture with your hands to lather that up. And again, the foam builds up very quickly. Obviously you have to apply a little bit more pressure, but as you can see, it foams up quite nicely as well. And the third option is the shaving stick. Now this is really handy if you just want to chuck in a wash bag, super small, super convenient to carry everywhere. Again, a couple of options with this, just to be able to then use the brush. You can work the brush over the top of it, just then to be able to get a little bit of cream into the brush, and then you can lather up again onto the face that way. Or a second option is actually just to run the stick underneath a little bit of hot water and then apply it to the face like so. You can build this up. So apply it to the face and then just lather it up with the hand, and that will then build it up a little bit more creamier as well. Thanks for watching today, guys. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to drop a comment down below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Check back on the channel for more shaving tips soon.